Hello and welcome to A Place Forbidden. We are in a creepy library of ouroboros, and we don't know how we got here, and there's puzzles. And that's all that I know. Alright. That's all I know. Alright. Definitely didn't fall asleep in this chair. Alright. Oh yeah, the ouroboros is the serpent that eats itself. Pretty depressing, yeah. Oh, I see. We can open up everything. Anything useful? Nope. 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 Just already I know it's puzzle time, so I'm like, let's look everywhere very meticulously. Can I jump? I cannot jump. Jumping is not allowed. Alright, I guess we keep plants in drawers in this world. That seems rather cruel. Nice painting. Oh, it's nice? All the blood rain and stuff? Handle turns, but I can't open it. Okay. Visitors. All of these people. And then someone named Bernard White and V. Greetings, visitor. You're more than welcome to sign your name and the date of your visit in his guest book. We welcome you to explore the library to your heart's content, so long it isn't after closing. Once you've had your fill, please let yourself out. You'll find a key to the front door in one of the desks in the study. Okay. 1886, 1881, 1950, 1830. Oh, these are not in order. That's weird. 1886, 1881, 1900, 1916, 1790, 1830, 1956. This is still the latest one that's marked their own date. But, like, these are not in a sort of... It looks like it just takes people out of time. Randomly. That's weird. Doesn't seem like a very fair fight. Can't you think? Who knew it could be this dark out? Okay. Anything particular about these shelves? No. No. There's a computer here. I wonder if the computer was here when the people from like the 1700s were here. It's not plugged in, but I'm typing on it like a furious person. Oh, I can crouch down. There's handprints on that. That's weird. Okay, well, I'm not really seeing anything on these bookshelves. I thought I heard something out of the normal, but it was just a clock. Did. Greetings, visitor. We'd like you to take a moment to tell you about our wonderful library. The Library of Ouroboros is a state-of-the-art facility designed to replicate the rural charm found in many older buildings. Without the associated risks such buildings are known to accumulate. The building might seem like a strange sight amongst Wall Street's many towering skyscrapers, but we believe this dichotomy will be what sets us apart. So this library is supposed to be in what? New York City? We're glad you decided to give us a chance and hope that our stock of books will appeal to you. Obviously, our collection of information isn't so vast as to encapsulate the whole of the internet, but we hope that the charming aesthetic design of our library will help you escape from the hustle and bustle of New York life. If you hear any strange footsteps, don't worry, there may still be construction going on above or below you. From all of us, thanks. Oh, great, so that just means I'm going to hear other footsteps around me. Library located in the picturesque part of Britain. Oh. So there's several different places that this library is located at. Okay. Top of grassy knoll east of Sussex, many rural townships, obviously bereft of their own libraries, refer to their refer their visitors to the library. It is beloved by all. Peruse our vast stock of fiction, non-fiction, poetry, and everything in between. Chat with friendly librarians and employees. And feel free to spend as long as you like reading using our computers, or just spending time here. We always love new visitors. Should you hear any odd knocking in the corners of the building, pay it no mind. The library is on the older side, and the Foundation plays tricks on some visitors' minds. Don't worry, though, it's perfectly safe. So, in the New York version, it's still under construction, and in this version, it's too old that it still makes noises. Last summer I was sitting at home reading a letter from an old friend. The strangest thing now, I can't remember what it was about or who it was that sent it. The tick... Oh, I don't remember putting anything in my pocket, but I feel something. Press N to open notebook. Okay. Tick fills up on blood, pustule pulses on a dead dog's eye, like the user head shall burst, Nice. Remind you should really clean this place up, don't lose the trash. What is this? Dude, this room makes me wish I had someone to vent to. Room 3, I think I'm cracking under the strain. I had the strangest inclination to walk straight into a wall. Room 4, there's a secret path in the dark. Room 5, art can be illuminating. Are these like hints about the different rooms I'm in and how to get past them? Broken. Oh, hey, this one's not. Oh, this one's not working. Cold to the touch. One other thing that you often have to, that, you know, isn't really thought about much in like the... There's a phone. Give me a second, phone. I know I should be running to the phone like it's my last ever, but I just want to give this place a couple passes over. Long list of books and dates. They were checked out full and finding out of them of a year listed only months and days. Talk up last one has all the phone numbers and digits are too short. Okay, I hear the phone. Please, peace be to you, friend. We're glad you've decided to join us. Despite its name, the library is open to people of all sorts of different faiths. With their vast tracts of religious knowledge, modern, old, and otherwise, we're certain you'll find peace you seek. We know you've traveled far to arrive here. Please do rest, keep an open mind, read your heart's content. And we will be sure you're well provided for. A matter of note, we ask you to not linger after closing or to descend too far into the library's bowels. Some of our books are quite old and very sensitive to the ingress of foreign temperatures and moistures. Thank you for your understanding. This is probably an older version of the library. Ouroboros, a circular symbol, a snake swallowing its tail, a representation of the endless cycle of death and rebirth, of wholeness, the infinite, and a certain kind of cloying meaningless. Never put much stock in mysticism, but in this place it's pasted all over the goddamn wall. It's tough to avoid that. Last I remember I was on some occult website sitting on the farthest end of the internet, past the places that would normally dissuade the less curious. Had just a little too much time on my hands. I remember falling asleep. Now I'm here. The recording said that this place is the Library of Ouroboros. I remember reading something about that, but not what or where. If reading this, keep an eye out. Something isn't right. V was the last name besides... last name on the sign-in sheet. Weird. Almost all the words are crossed out and the pages are stuck together. I can't open the book any further. I think it wants me to throw garbage out in this room. Library, hello.
Welcome to the Library of Ouroboros. We're glad that you've decided to visit our humble institution. Hopefully, you'll find what it is you're looking for. Please be informed that the library is closing. Since most of our staff are currently away, please lock the door on the way out. We hope you've enjoyed your visit.
Okay. Oh, there's more pages. What? Okay. And I'm not allowed to look at it? Well, that's just mean. I will clean up what I can, I guess. Where's the... it was here.
I left something for you by the place where you arrived.
Well, that's a bit weird. Whee! As you can see, I'm terrified. Weird, whispery, gibberish dude. Alright. Thanks for visiting the Library of Ouroboros. Thanks for visiting the Library of Ouroboros. Thanks for coming. You can go now. Alright. I have a brass key. This is the entryway. But it won't let me go there. Okay, let me make triply sure that there wasn't any garbage in here. I don't think there is. I think that, like, with me throwing out that garbage, it activated the other phone call. Well, that opened. That other page is gone again. I wonder what will happen if I just keep doing this. Okay. Oh, it disappears eventually. That's interesting. Okay. Still don't know why that's there. Okay, something. What is this? Book for ants? I have terrible knowledge now. Find a key to the front door on one of the desks in the study. Okay. So I need to find the front door then. That's the only other door I can go into. What was the terrible knowledge I picked up? Clean the place up. Don't lose the trash. Room makes me wish I had someone to vent to. Cracking under the strain. There's a secret path in the dark. Art can be illuminating. Okay. So, if the first room, I think, was this room. With all the stuff. So room 2, room makes me wish I had someone to vent to. Oh, darkness. Oh, it's the same.
Hello. We'd like to inform you that the library is now closed.
Gee, thanks.
Note that it is unlawful to remain on the premises after closing. This is your one and only warning.
Thanks, but I don't know how to leave because you guys aren't very good at telling me. Ah. Okay. The Minister's Doom, Act 3, Scene 2. Bernice enters, followed closely by the librarian. Bernice is breathless, looking exasperated and slightly excited. The librarian's expression is unreadable, as per usual. But my husband will find out about us. He won't stay out forever. I wouldn't be so sure, my dear. But shall we retire to the living room for you to speak of such unpleasantries as your husband? Bernice's face breaks suddenly into a grin. She grabs the librarian's hand, taking him to the couch beside her. Fine then, if you're to stay, I want to hear some of those secrets you keep talking about. You can't play me for the fool forever. I would never claim to do such a thing, my dear. Would you care to hear how I can stop a human heart with but a word? Goodness, that sounds dangerous. It most certainly is. I wish to hear it, then of course you shall. He leans close to Bernice, who closes her eyes as if expecting a kiss, but the librarian leans past her, whispering something in her ear. Bernice's eyes open wide. She gives a single jerk, a strangled groan, and it goes limp, sliding off the couch. Too curious for her own good. He stands, reaching in one of his pockets to withdraw a single black case containing Bernice's wedding ring. Taking a cursory look around the living room, the librarian eventually focuses on a single point on the opposite side. The librarian crosses the floor, leaves his item, and turns to leave. As he does so, the scene darkens, leaving only a single spotlight to illuminate the stage, and is fixed on the small black case in which the librarian has decided to leave, sitting atop the minister's writing desk. Alright. On the library, very early into my professorship, a student came into my office one spring afternoon with a stack of papers in her arms. She said she'd been having strange dreams, of a place stretching forward and backward into the infinity. Dreams of hallways splitting into hallways, dreams of being lost in the intricate guts of a gigantic place that could not possibly exist. On the papers were crude sketches. She was no artist, she said, but something about the dreams had left such a vivid impression on her that what was in her brain to the page seemed her only option. She was clearly distressed, and I gently suggested that she visit the university psychologist rather than the resident ancient history professor. She violently shook her head, asking if I knew anything about something called an ouroboros library, or perhaps a library of ouroboros. It wasn't entirely clear. I told her the common knowledge about the symbol taken from the Egyptians by the Greeks, and from the Greeks by the medieval Europeans, yeah. A sign of alchemy, of death and rebirth, and so forth. The student continued shaking her head as though all through my explanation till she suddenly cut me off. Those are too old, she said. The place for my dreams was modern. There was electricity, computers, but everything seemed ancient and stank of old dust and damp wood and something else. Please, don't you know of anything in recent times that might have stemmed from that idea? I confessed that I hadn't. Especially considering the size and the main niches of the modern world, she left without another word, leaving her drawings behind. Something about the conversation shook me. I looked through the crude drawings made in the shaky hand and saw in familiar shapes and designs an odd air of ominousness, like looking at the facade of a dark building and hearing the slightest scratchings of things that shouldn't be just behind the doors. All very juvenile thoughts, and yet when I went home that evening I brought the drawings. I could not but want to look more onto what we discussed, onto that library of ouroboros. It was largely fruitless. I found many sites and articles on alchemy, the symbol itself, or the public library in Ouroboros County, which was located somewhere in rural Wisconsin. But just as the hour crept past midnight, I found something, the slightest snatch of information at the bottom of a rabbit hole series of links. I will not repeat the website's domain or my steps to arrive there for fear that something might try to replicate what I did. But I will repeat what I found, because just as that student couldn't get the ideas from her head without drawing, I find I can't think of anything else, waking or sleeping. I hope this will help. The library of Ouroboros, a kind of waking nightmare, arrived upon those too curious for their own good. Rich in black secrets, rich in dark ideas lost to time, rich in languages from dead races on other planets. The fortunate die, the truly lucky, or perhaps the most unfortunate of all, become tenders for all time, knowing far more than any living being could ever hope to learn, without becoming a permanent, perpetually screaming stain on the face of space-time forever. None have left it unscathed. There are forbidden tomes that would prevent you from breathing should you merely touch them, and tenders are beyond sanity and jealously keep their terrible secrets. You've searched enough. This is your final warning. That night I slept fitfully, my dreams beset by images of dark, dusty place, eerie for its supposed normalcy. I could feel things passing by just beneath the floorboards within the walls, watching me. Every exit led to another room, nearly the same as the one before it, and out the windows I saw only black. My dreams have been consistently disturbed since that night, so much so that it is hard for me to teach, so heavily preoccupied is my waking mind. I hope this writing will be enough to put my mind at ease. One last thing. I've tried since to find the student who first contacted me to tell her what I learned, My hope was that I might be able to put her mind at ease, or at least commiserate with her. But I haven't been able to find her. In fact, since the day she visited my office, her roommates haven't seen her, nor has anyone else. And I fear I might be next. There's always something a little bit interesting about the mindworm kind of thing. No. Oh, that's right, there's that. And this is in a... I heard something. Paper is equal parts smudged and illegible. Okay, so in the story there was a box that was left on the minister's table. Although that was a black box, this is brown. I wonder if that makes any difference. Ooh. That door, it wants to keep that door shut, which is weird because you can just walk around. Too smudged to be legible. The note is largely obscured by blood. You can make out a handful of words. In one of the dustier books fell apart in my hands. There were these arcane scribbles. Feels. After I threw them away, still not quite right, like something's watching. Scribbles. There's not a real word on this page. Hey, great God of the library. I'm throwing out the oops. Throwing out the garbage. Aren't you impressed? Pretty shoddy barricade. Somebody must have been desperate. Yes, but quick question. What was on the other side of this to necessitate such a thing? And since you can just walk around it, what was the point? Oh, come on. I can hear something. Like, I'm definitely hearing it. It's a stapler. Hi. How are you doing this fine day? Are you doing well? Okay. Yeah. So, are you the reason that there's that barricade over there? Gonna... Oh, that pickup sound is Silent Hill. There's another one. I'm hoping those are just statues. Those are not just statues, they just moved.